So I'm going to tell you all about an incident that happened that I encountered when I went to this screening for The Box starring Miss Cameron Diaz and things of this nature, sweetheart, okay? I went with my fabulous date. She was just all that and a bag of chips with a bottle of vitamin water. I wanted to say Sprite so bad, girl, but I'm trying to cut back. She was just all that, like Keenan and Kel, all that on that ass. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about on that ass is the fact that when we got to the theater, it was a packed house. So therefore, we had to find a seat wherever we could get it. Now, let's just clock this tea first. Me, myself, and I prefer to sit somewhere in the middle of the situation. I'm not too keen on sitting all the way at the top of the hill, like Little House on the Prairie on that ass. And I'm not too much concerned with being all the way under the sea like Ariel in The Little Mermaid. That's not really my tea. Be that as it may, because we showed up late, we had to find a seat wherever we can get it. And in this particular instance, we ended up sitting somewhere towards the front of the situation, okay? Now, as we were looking for seats, I saw that there were what appeared to be vacant seats and things of this nature. Upon my arrival to the aisle, however, I noticed that there was one open seat. And the next seat after that, there was what, there was a jacket. And the seat after that, there was what appeared to be a dingy black shirt, an ashy black shirt. The seat after that one. And then after that particular seat, there was another open seat. Now, this is what I will say before we even continue on with the story. Anytime you go out to the movies, something intimate of this nature, and you bring a friend and or a date, whatever the case might be, you want to sit next to that person, unless you got into some type of altercation on that ass in the vehicle before you arrive to the actual theater and things like this. So, I can understand that these people went to sit next to each other, and I was not going to split them up because that would have been tacky on my behalf. However, opposed to being reactive on the situation, I was proactive, and I thought, well, you know what? What I could do is I could just move both of them one seat over so that they can still be next to each other, and me and my date that I brought could be next to each other as well. As I'm reaching to pick up the dingy black shirt, the man, this meathead, okay, this bald-head skittle-diddle, ain't got no hair in the middle, sitting on top of a hill, playing his cheap wooden fiddle on that ass, okay? He gonna sit up here, open up his mouth where clearly nobody asked for his suggestion. Okay, there is no suggestion box, sweetheart. So why the fuck are you leaving all this dialogue for someone to read when clearly we're not interested? We're here to see the box, bitch. Excuse me? He opened up his meathead mouth, talking about some, oh, I think you should wait to move his stuff. And I was like, oh, you think I should wait? He was like, I sure do, because I don't want no bloodshed on me. Okay, two things. Number one, clearly he was trying to intimidate me. That was clearly what he was trying to do, okay? Matter of fact, three things on that ass. That was number one. Number two, he clearly did not want me to sit in front of him, and I know that it was because I was gay, and I don't give a fuck. Sometimes people say, well, how do you know, bitch? It's an instinct. Anybody who is gay and goes through this type of situation in their life, you know it when you encounter it. So he didn't want me to sit in front of him because I was gay. That's that on that. And number three, honey, it was so ignorant for him to say, I don't want no bloodshed on me. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's bloodshed on you, seems to me like you're trying to insinuate that it's going to be my blood. So the fact that you are so selfish in the idea that you don't want bloodshed on you, what about the victim who's being beat up on? Excuse me? Bitch, you are just all types of ignorant, just fucking stupid as fucking fuck, bitch. What the fucking fuck? You are an old ass man sitting in this Regal Theater, dumb as fucking shit. Very disappointed in you, sweetie. But that's neither here nor there, honey. As soon as he said that dumb ass line to me, so I was oh, because I don't want no bloodshed on me. Honey, without a moment of hesitation, I looked him dead in his motherfucking eyes and I said, sweetheart, there will be no bloodshed. Trust. Okay? Now, I need you to understand, that was the end of the statement, trust. But what I need you to understand is that, honey, I am who I am. You're not going to intimidate me. And you are not going to make me feel uncomfortable in my skin, honey, because it's been a long road. It's been a long time coming, honey. And I am who the fuck I am, sweetheart. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Or you can get the fuck up and try to find yourself another seat, sweetie. But looking around, clearly you are stuck where the fuck you are, honey. So scratch your ass and get glad and enjoy the goddamn picture, sweetheart. But for him to just come at me talking about he don't want no bloodshed on him and just this whole tone. Girl, I'm gonna need you to get your act together, honey. Because I don't think you understand who I am. I am a sweetheart. Yes, ma'am. I am nice to all those who I encounter. Until you give me some bullshit like you're trying to pull. Honey, don't give me no bullshit. Because if you come for me with that bullshit, honey, I will get a shovel, cultivate that shit, and I will grow a garden, honey. Because I will make lemonade out of my fucking lemon, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that really killed me also was for this man to be as old as he was, it's like, you immediately went from, diplomacy to violence just that quickly. And that really annoyed me because I'm like, people act like we're cavemen, like we're barbarians. Like we can't have a conversation and come to a happy medium. Everything always has to result back to a brutal ending or violence, honey. I am an intelligent young man, honey. And trust me when I say I can hold an intelligent conversation, honey. I can stimulate somebody's mind, honey. And trust me, if this person comes and confronts me, I will deal with it then. But for you to just automatically go from 0 to 3.5 on that ass, as Rihanna would say, girl, shut up and fucking drive, girl. I thought there was some type of copyright infringement, but clearly he did not read that memo, honey, because he, girl. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing about it, people, because at this point I'm rambling on, but the whole point of even saying that story would say this. Be confident in who you are. Know who you are, honey. Do not let no one make you feel uncomfortable in your skin. Do not let no one set you back in all the progress that you have made in your life. Do not let people make you feel like you are less than, honey. You are who you are. Make no apologies for that. You are who you are. If they have some confusion on who you are, if they have some type of misunderstanding and or they do not understand at all, that is on them. That is their personal problem. Do not adopt their personal problem and make it your own, honey. You are who you are. If they want to question you on some dumb ass bullshit, which clearly they should not have even asked you at all. Why are you gay? Why are you wearing this? Why does your hair look like that? Why do you talk like that? You look at that bitch and say, bitch, because I'm human. And that's the end of that, honey. Because the only person that I owe an explanation to is myself, if anything. Okay? When I wake up in the morning and I say, well, Claudia, why am I going to wear this white shirt? You want to know what my answer is going to be? Because it is comfortable. And if somebody else asked me that same question, girl, because I'm human, girl, because really it's okay, but whose back is it on? Maybe I'm confused, girl. Maybe I am, honey, a schizophrenic and just don't realize it, honey, and try to force this t-shirt on you, honey, my white Hanes t-shirt. Perhaps that is what's going on here. Maybe that's what's going on. But last time I checked, honey, this is my body and I will do with it as I please, honey. And I'm not going to make no excuses. I'm not apologizing for it. I am who I am. If there is a flaw in my personality that I see, I will diagnose that bitch and give her the proper treatment that she motherfucking needs, honey. But I'm not going to sit up here and try to, you know what I'm saying, appease you and to make you feel comfortable when you give me some bullshit that's making me feel clearly out of place. Oh, no, ma'am, you're not going to do that to me. And so when that man said what he said and I gave him my line, honey, sweetie, there would be no bloodshed. Trust. And girl, let me tell you, girl, when I said that, everybody was snickering and cackling. And honey, I'm glad you find it funny. But what game are we playing? I see not a single Scrabble board. I see not a single Uno, Othello. I don't see no tic-tac-toe 3 in a row on that ass. I don't see any board games here, honey, so I'm not playing the game. I'm for real. If you jump on me, I do not condone violence, nor do I like to fight. That's my whole point. First of all, I will fight, though. But that's the whole point of me getting my taser, bitch. Because if you run up as soon as it's flying towards me, girl, I will bring you to your knees. I will bring you to your motherfucking knees, girl. Try me if you dare. You know that thing says, push me, push me, push me. Girl, try me out and see the results, honey. Because if this is a test and or a quiz, girl, you will clearly fail. Don't try it. You have not studied for this. Hello. Goodbye. Good evening, girl. Enjoy your meal. So, you know, with all that being said, girl, all I'm just trying to say is people, know who you are. And let me also just piggyback on that because that's a whole other topic within itself, which clearly we'll have to do another post for that. But even in reference to getting to know who you are, that's another thing that's easier said than done. Because again, when sometimes it's hard for you, and this includes myself because I'm only human as well. But a lot of times when we say know who you are, a lot of times that can be hard for certain people because everywhere you look there are subliminal messages that are telling you to hate who you are and or to be something other than. And that can be hard sometimes to figure out who you are through the midst of all that. But honey, you just have to try your best. Try with all your might to pull yourself away from that. And if you are going to stay within that, honey, you have to learn how to build up a shield to see it for what it truly is. See it for they're trying to sell a product, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, and do not adopt that in your everyday regimen, honey, because that's when you start going downhill and you start trying to, you know, please other people and you start living for other people. No, honey, you need to live for yourself because, again, like I said before, I said it once, I'll say it again, I don't know what happens after this life. We may go straight to heaven, paradise, we may go straight to hell. I do not know. We may be reincarnated into Bambi, somebody's Lion King. I do not know that, sweetie, but what I do know is right here, right now, today, we have this opportunity to make this the best day ever. You know what I'm saying? So make the most out of it. With that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I want to just thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I know I haven't posted in a while. It's because I'm trying to get back in school. And I'm trying to work on getting my license and all things of this nature. And me and my mother are taking a trip to Daytona, Florida. We're leaving this Friday. God willing, we'll have a safe trip. Wish me luck. Coming back Sunday, I believe, or Saturday, something of this nature. With that being said, I just want to thank you all for your loyalty, for your support, and it just means the world. I've been extremely slow on responding back to emails and comments, so forgive me on that. I need to get on my game. There's no excuse. Forgive me. I will try my best to, I'm thinking when I get back from Miss Florida, I will, okay, what is this, Wheel of Fortune? I will, respond to, as many emails as possible, okay? So on that note, love who you are, be comfortable in your skin, and again, you're not going to wake up and be comfortable in your skin. Just every day, take one step in the right direction. Don't let people set you back. Try not to let it happen, because it may happen, because it's happened to me in my life. It may happen to you, but try your best to not let people set you back, alright? On that note, I think I said all I wanted to say. So, bye.